So hi guys and welcome back to the part 2 of my season 2 in, well, I don't think I should introduce this as a creator team anymore, because though we have created our own team, we are now the team principal for us. Obviously, if you want to watch the whole video, well, whole reason we are into this mess, you can watch
Let's hope the
the
teams took
last
full
two
advantage of
videos.
practice.
First, let's
It's time
get
for
into the
qualifying.
qualifying.
Jeddah's high-speed street circuit is rather prone to yellow and red flags during qualifying, as drivers and walls often meet. Strategists will be looking for the perfect gap, but need to make sure drivers get their lap in.
Here's Fernando Alonso. Big question. How have things been for him heading into this qualifying session?
They were looking pretty sharp in practice and setting good lap times, so they're probably feeling fairly confident now. But a good practice time doesn't always guarantee a strong qualifying outcome.
Well, it's almost here. Qualifying coming up soon.
So obviously, if you saw, we have Lewis Hamilton in our team, so it's a good news. Anyway, so let's just get into Q1. And obviously, if you want to know, spoiler alert,
Track is green.
we were kicked out, well, we were fired out of our own team, and because of that, in this redemption season for us, we are trying to score, well, make us the best team as we can, so that we can show our old team that how good of a team principal we are, and we can go back into our own team and bring those guys back to the glory. But first, we have to do something about this house and score as many points as we can, because we can score points with this car. Because if you saw last race, we were, well, 3-4 tenths behind P10, which was Russell. And Russell is not in his Mercedes, he is now in a Williams. So it's a really, really amazing time to see this race. Hamilton, 1.5 tenths in front of Hülkenberg, and we are in P10 and P13. So I decided there is no point going out and wasting another set, because the only person who can kick us down is Ricardo. So Ricardo is into the pits, and he is out of Q1. Ricardo is out of Q1, and because of that, both of our teammates has, for the first time in the second season, is into Q2. So let's just get into Q2. And if you saw, we have 100%, well, set up for Hamilton and a 99% for Hülkenberg. So it's a best chance to score some points. But first, let's score a Q3 result for these guys, because I think we can do that. If we have to use 2 sets of soft tires, we will. So starting a first lap into Q2, Hamilton obviously behind Hülkenberg as always, trying to get the slipstream from Hülkenberg. And so Hamilton has done purple first sector, so it looks like Hamilton is in front. Obviously I didn't see you can't see the number on the map we have given, it's only the position. So with the green sector for Hamilton and a green for both of the drivers, a purple sector in the second sector. Hamilton is flying here, Hülkenberg is also flying here. So I think we might be able to get into Q3. So completing on the first lap here, 3 tenths slower Hülkenberg is than Hamilton. Piastri almost a second slower than Hamilton, and we have a red flag.
Red flag.
We have a red flag. What has happened? It must have been Tsunoda, because he has some. Yep.
Let's have a look.
Tsunoda is in the
This
wall.
one is involving Yuki Tsunoda. There's clear contact there. That will have knocked their confidence.
So he
I'm
just,
sure.
he locked up and just went straight into the barriers. It looks like the barriers were remaining unaffected. So I think we might be able to start this Q2 without any problem. So let's see, 20 minutes of time, Hamilton and Hülkenberg, obviously P2, P3. We have the final set for Q2. Obviously we will get a new set of soft tires into Q3 if we reach Q3. So with 40 seconds remaining, both of our drivers have started the final lap for Q2 and the charge to get into Q3 for the first time with both of our drivers. Obviously, we were able to get L1 into Q3 with Singapore, rain and everything, but we weren't able to do it for both of our drivers. But it doesn't look like we will be able to do much here because none of our drivers are improving. Hulkenberg is in P9. Hamilton obviously is in P7. But can we get into Q3? Obviously, people who are above us have done their lap, but the people behind us, almost everyone has done their lap. Porsche is the only one who can put us out of Q, and he is. Porsche is going into the pits, and we have done it, guys. Both of our drivers are into Q3. So let's go on to an old set right now because obviously we do not want to waste a new set for the first lap in Q3.
Green light, green light.
So sending both of our drivers out. Hulkenberg this time in front of Hamilton. Obviously let's give them a little bit of a space because, well, their space is needed in Saudi Arabia. So starting their first lap, starting their first lap for Hamilton, first lap into Q3. So can we get some good position here, and can we push some of the people who had, better car than us? Can we push these guys down and get a good result into qualifying? So green first sectors for both of them, a purple for Hulkenberg, and it's still a purple even after Hamilton's second sector. Hulkenberg met with a little bit of a traffic there. He must have to slow down a little bit, but he has done a good lap and Hamilton has taken the purple sector, and Hamilton is only 600 slower than Hulkenberg. So we are sending Hulkenberg and Hamilton out with a new set of soft tires. So I think there should be some pace we can expect from both of these guys, which obviously they are right now P9 and P10. So final lap, new set tires. Can we do something here? So for the first sector, let's see Hulkenberg, who is behind Hamilton. Hamilton has done a good sector here, a green sector, and Hulkenberg hasn't done a green sector. He is slow, almost a 10 slower than his first sector. Hamilton has done again a green second sector. Can Hulkenberg done a second green sector? Nope. Hulkenberg is just slow. I don't know what's happened to Hulkenberg. Even on a new set of soft tires, he is slow. And Hamilton only gained 2/10, which puts him P9. Hulkenberg wasn't able to improve. So Max Verstappen in pole with Fernando Alonso, and we start P10 and P9. So guys, let's just get into qualifying and see what we can do.
The drivers are getting ready here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, preparing for 50 flat-out laps under the lights.
Jeddah Street Circuit certainly makes the high speeds of F1 racing a thrilling affair. But even a world champion can be caught out in between the narrow walls, just as Max Verstappen found out in 2021.
Jeddah Corniche circuit is hot and high-powered, demanding speed for the straights and a high grip level through corners that are tight to the barriers. Starting tyre choices will be crucial here, with teams ever mindful of opportunities that a safety car could give. The time has come to fight it out. It's race day.
Sorry, what I meant was let's get into the race. So it's going to be a simple one stop from medium to hard. So obviously we do not have really good tire wear. So guys, let's just get into the grid formation.
Welcome back, everyone. The final preparations are now being made as we head into the race. This could be a big race for that man right there, Lewis Hamilton.
They're in a tight pack starting ninth, so hanging on to points is going to be very competitive.
This should certainly be a good one, folks. It's almost time for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
So Hamilton obviously in P9, Hülkenberg P10, they will try to make it, and Max Verstappen has maintained his position in P2, but Charles Leclerc is trying to overtake Alonso but has been overtaken by Piastri. Bottas P9, we are in P10 with P9 with Hülkenberg, and Hamilton has lost position to Hülkenberg for P9. So can we just stay into the DRS of the people in front? Obviously the first group of these cars are much faster than the midfield. So if we can just stay into the DRS of these people, we will be able to get a gap forming to the people behind us. So almost ending our final lap, the first lap, through the final corner. The tires have been cooked. They are so look at that, the tire 120 degrees and 121 degrees for Hülkenberg and Hamilton, but we have to just bring them back, and because of that, guys, we have lost the DRS. We have lost the DRS to the people in front. Obviously our tire wear is 18th, so we use our tires a little too early, and because of that we have to just push a little bit extra and save then a little bit extra to keep these tires in check. And Hamilton has overtaken Hülkenberg with the help of DRS on lap 2, and because of that we have actually been able to caught up to the people in front, because Sainz and Bottas were fighting so much that we were able to catch up to them. And guys, look at that, because of that we have already started to make a gap to Sargent, but he has already pushed and he is now in DRS to us. Obviously Tsunoda, who is in a Aston Martin which is much faster than us, has overtaken Hülkenberg. But can we just look at that, guys? We are boxing. We have boxed Tsunoda here, and because of that chance, Sargent tries to overtake us, and he has overtaken Sargent, has overtaken Hülkenberg. Hamilton has been overtaken by Tsunoda, and Sargent tries to overtake Hülkenberg. Obviously these guys are on soft tires. Alonso is also on soft tires. Max Verstappen, though he is on P1, is on medium tires. But look at that, guys, through the inside Alonso tries to overtake Max Verstappen, and the people behind them just keeping a distance there, and Alonso has overtaken Max Verstappen. But look at that, guys, Hamilton just having the best time in his life right now in P10. Obviously his 7 championship world titles obviously will disagree with me, but I think he is having fun here, and he must be having fun here overtaking his teammate. Obviously this will bring his driver confidence back, and that was nothing. Let's just keep going here. So let's skip past the time a little bit and look at that, guys. Sainz has 69% tire wear and we had 64, and we have a safety car. Oh, and people are pitting. I don't think it's a red time, and it's
It all
our
starts as they
team.
reach
It's our
turn
old
17.
team. Paul Aaron crashed here.
Oh, and there wasn't
Obviously,
a lot that could be done to
it's
avoid
his first
crashing into
race,
the barrier.
and
all
he
it
is
can
not
take is
enough
one
rated
mistake,
to, I think, make
one
these big
momentary
decisions.
lapse of
And
concentration.
Saudi Arabia is really a difficult track to overtake, and even to maintain your position is really difficult because obviously a street track. So Russell is into the pits. I don't know if I should go into the pits or not, because we have one more chance. We still have one chance to get back into the pits, because safety car is now coming out of the here. And guys, look at that, everyone in the top 7 is into the pits. Everyone is into the pits. So I think let's go into the pits on hard tires. Obviously it might be a little bit difficult to keep these hard tires in check for the whole race, so we will still go on to these hard tires and see if we can do anything. Obviously we are now into double stacking. Hülkenberg was able to get better exit there. Hamilton has lost one position to Sargent, but the people behind us hasn't overtaken us, so that's, I think, is a good news. So let's just catch up to the train in front. And now green flag. Alonso is leading the train here, and he has already gone. Max Verstappen just behind. Well, Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris tries to get overtaken by. Obviously, Albon must be really happy because he got an offer from Ferrari after he decided that he was going to go to the other way and go into Williams. But Williams also isn't really looking bad, guys, so I understand now why Albon decided that it's time to change teams. Because look at that, Russell is in P14 and Ricciardo is in P15 and they are keeping up with us. Obviously, we were 21st at the end of the start of the season. So we were worse than the people who are last. So I think everyone else has they have just been able to do something good here with their car in those 60 days in which we improved our car by a lot. So Marty here, we are just keeping him into a DRS. Obviously Hamilton, his old team in front of him. Obviously I am really surprised that Mercedes didn't sign Kimi obviously it's a mistake, I keep saying Kimi Raikkonen. Obviously what I mean is Kimi Antonelli, and Mercedes didn't sign him and signed Pepe Marti here, but we are in P10 and Pepe Marti has pit, he has lost position, which looks like he has almost pit. But look at that, guys, Russell is in close contention with us, 4 points. Hamilton is already lost 15 seconds. 10 seconds now. Obviously the time changes really quickly. It was 15 seconds, but Sainz locked up here just behind the Aston Martin of Bottas. So he locked up and he lost 5 seconds. So we were 15 seconds behind these guys, but we are now 10 seconds because of the mistake Sainz did. So lap 31, Hülkenberg he tries to overtake Hamilton here, but wasn't able to do that. But Pepe Marti decided that it's time he does that. And we have, guys, look at that. We have a 6-car DRS train, which, even after one of them overtakes each other, they just get back. And for the first time, we have actually broken DRS to the people behind us, and Ocon has been overtaken by Hülkenberg. Hamilton has also overtaken. But look at that, again with the help of DRS, Pepe Marti has overtaken Hamilton, but he is still going side by side. But now he has overtaken Hamilton. Obviously this is what Jeddah is, even with those 3 DRS zones we get, is because of that we can stay into the DRS of the people in front. So the only place you can break the DRS is in sector 1.
Now we're with Lewis Hamilton.
So look at that, guys, with the help of DRS from the outside, Hamilton was able to overtake Marty. Marty obviously is on medium tires. That's why he is able to fight with us. Obviously Mercedes isn't really that fast this season, so they have lost performance. Alonso has come into the pits and is in P7 with 15 laps to go. We are contemplating to go into the pits or not, but a chance has just dropped into our position with Beganovic. I really butchered his name, but he got into the really bad time. I think his rear part of the car just went haywire and he got into the wall there, and because of that I think it's time, guys. Because there is a VSC, I think we should pit. Obviously we will wait a little bit before we decide that, because if the VSC ends before getting into the pits, it might cause us a little bit of problem, but it didn't. So Hamilton on soft tires, Hülkenberg on soft tires. So obviously we had 1 soft tires left here, which are the least worn here. So on soft tires with 12 laps to go, VSC is here. Lando Norris is also into the pits, and he went into the pits at the worst time because there is the safety car. The virtual safety car has ended, and Hamilton is in P13. Russell and Sargent, who did not decide that they do not want to pit, is only 5 seconds behind us, and we are, well, obviously a little bit of confusing with the time, but Ricardo has overtaken Hamilton, but I think he can overtake Hamilton right now because we haven't been able to bring those temperatures back into the working range for these tires right now. So we are going to push a little bit here. So lap 40 with the help of DRS. Ricardo tries to defend really amazingly there, but he has caught up to the people in front with Russell, Sargent. He has caught up to the DRS of them, so we are not going to push now. We are going to wait, and this is the lap we decided. Again, Ricardo was overtaken by Hamilton. Hamilton just showing his superior skill. And now again with the help of DRS. I don't know how that's happening, guys. First it was Sargent and now Hamilton has overtaken Ricardo too. Obviously Hülkenberg has lost too many positions here. The Sargent went into the pits. Obviously his tires must have died out. So Hülkenberg P15, Hamilton P10, Russell P11 into the DRS of Hamilton, and Russell has overtaken Hamilton. But let's see first how Hamilton was able to overtake Russell. So it was just a simple DRS. And guys, I haven't said it, but do you guys see, there's a little bit of a dot over the cars. I think that must be a little bit of a graphical problem, I think. Guys, if you have any feedback on that, look at that again. Hamilton had that blackish thing over his car, which if you see the cursor is just is a little bit weird. But guys, I think it might be a little bit of a graphical error, I think, because it sometimes show on every car. It's not only the car which you are playing with, the team you are playing with. It happens with everyone. So I think it must be a little bit of a graphical error, which obviously we can skip out on. And look at that, guys, after pushing we are in P10 with a good amount of gap, but Max Verstappen is in P1 with 4 seconds and Leclerc is just hounded by Fernando Alonso. And look at that, we are starting our final lap, so we are going to push a little extra to keep in front. Alonso with the help of DRS is trying to overtake Charles Leclerc. So let's see again. He will get DRS. Fernando Alonso has overtaken. Sorry, we didn't show you that because Max Verstappen has won the second race of this season and Alonso has overtaken Charles Leclerc and Norris just behind P4. Piastri just in P5 with 4 seconds gap. Tsunoda will be in P6 and Albon in P7. We are also pushing. I think we should stop pushing because we have 3 seconds gap to the people behind us. And Russell, obviously because of his bad tires, he just lost so many positions. And Hülkenberg really from P18 to P12, really good effort from him. So guys, let's just see the podium celebrations.
A brilliant talent who looks so at home on the track.
And finally now, the drivers can relax after an eventful weekend at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. How do you think the Haas team will be reflecting on today's result?
They didn't do too badly today. A pretty respectable outcome as far as they'll be concerned. But they need to keep pushing. They can't afford to sit back. Park Lake.
So obviously the team is really happy. I am really happy. Obviously, I think you can see Pepe Marti has made some strides after the first race. And Hamilton has scored the first point for the team. So I think it's a good trajectory the Haas, our team right now is headed in. Obviously, it's a little bit weird to say Haas as our team. But guys, if we can do something good in this season, we might actually be able to do something for the next season. So for the next season in which we have to sign back to our teammates. So guys, if you are enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe to the channel and I'll see you for the next one.